It was early morning, December 1st, 1948. The sun was just beginning to rise over Somerton Beach, a quiet stretch of sand near Adelaide, Australia. A man out for a walk spotted something strange, lying at the base of the seawall, a figure in a suit, head resting against the rocks, as if he had simply fallen asleep, watching the waves. When police arrived, they found the man impeccably dressed. A pressed brown suit, polished shoes, a clean white shirt. His arms were resting neatly at his sides. He had no wallet, and curiously, not a single tag or label on any of his clothes. Every identifying mark had been carefully cut away. Before we continue, help the channel, subscribe and leave your like. At first glance, there were no signs of struggle, no wounds, no blood. The man looked peaceful, but when officers checked his pulse, they realized he was dead, and no one knew who he was. The body was transported to the city morgue, where doctors quickly realized how unusual the case really was. His organs showed signs consistent with poisoning the heart and liver congested. Blood unusually thick, yet no trace of any known poison could be detected. It was as if whatever had killed him left no trace behind. The only objects in his pockets were oddly ordinary. A comb, a used bus ticket, a train ticket to Henley Beach, a half-empty pack of Army Club cigarettes containing 7 cigarettes of a different brand, a box of matches, and a pack of chewing gum. No wallet, no money, no way to identify him. Investigators searched every tailor and laundry in Adelaide, hoping the unique stitching in his suit might reveal a clue. Nothing. It was as if this man had appeared out of thin air. Then, weeks later, something extraordinary was found. When examiners inspected the man's trousers again, they discovered a small secret pocket sewn into the waistband. Inside, a tightly rolled scrap of paper bore 2 haunting words, Tamám Shud. It was Persian, meaning, "It is finished." Those words came from a rare collection of poetry, the Rubaiyat of Omar Khayyam. Police began a citywide search for the book. Days later, a man turned in a copy he had found in the back seat of his car, parked near Somerton Beach around the time of the discovery. A torn piece from the book's final page matched perfectly with the scrap found in the dead man's pocket. But there was more. On the inside of that book, detectives found a series of letters scrawled in pencil, seemingly random, forming no recognizable words. And below them, a faint phone number. The letters appeared to be a code, one that no cryptographer has ever fully broken. The phone number belonged to a woman known only as Justin, a young nurse living just blocks from where the man was found. When police knocked on her door and showed her the plaster cast of the man's face, she reportedly went pale and nearly fainted. Though she admitted she once owned a copy of the Rubaiyat, she denied knowing him. Still, her reaction haunted detectives for years. As time passed, the mystery only deepened. No one came forward to claim the body. Fingerprints, dental records, and even facial sketches were sent across the world to the US, UK, and beyond. But no match was ever found. Public fascination grew. Who was the Somerton Man? A spy during the early days of the Cold War? A heartbroken lover who took his own life? Or perhaps a man caught in something far darker? Some theorized he was connected to Soviet intelligence. Australia, at the time, was a hub of espionage activity. There were rumors of microfilm, secret codes, and hidden identities. Others believed Justin might have been a nurse involved in classified military work, and that the man was a former lover, silenced to protect secrets that could never be revealed. The case remained unsolved for decades. The man was buried under a simple headstone that read only, "Here lies the unknown man who was found at Somerton Beach, December 1st, 1948. In 2009, the case resurfaced when finally, in 2022, after more than 70 years, investigators using advanced genetic genealogy techniques identified him as Carl Charles Webb, an electrical engineer, an instrument maker from Melbourne. But the identification raised more questions than it answered. Webb had left his home suddenly after separating from his wife. No records showed what happened to him afterward. No cause of death was ever definitively proven. Even more puzzling, no one knows how his copy of the Rubaiyat ended up in a stranger's car, or why the cryptic letters inside it still defy explanation. Was he poisoned by someone he knew? Did he take his own life? Or was he part of a web of secrets that reached far beyond Australia's quiet shores more than 75 years later? The Somerton Man remains one of the most haunting and mysterious unsolved deaths of the 20th century. A man with no name, no past, and a final message, Tamám Shud. It is finished. Thank you for watching Cold Case 5 Minutes. Subscribe and leave your like. Stay curious, and remember, every mystery deserves to be remembered.